I did go to the schools and visited with the children's teachers and such as a PTA type event. And of course, Mr. Capone and Lynellis Capone didn't like for me to have any contact with the children or anyone else that was involved with the children. They're trying to cut me off completely. And I think it's very well documented. Mr. Buckwalter put an illegal les pendants on my house, which I had removed May 28, 1993. Judge Kelsey, under ex parte, clearly removed it. If she does not know where the children are, she has no business caring for them and caring for their welfare. I had to supply Miss Gulliver the address, the phone number, and everything else that she has on the children. I supplied to her from my own investigation to make sure that my children were in fact where they said they would be. I researched it and I gave her the information thinking that she might go ahead and use it in a fair manner, but everything in this case has been used and turned around, and you know, I'm just not going to give up because I love my kids. And that's it, bottom line. I am not going to accept injustice. I'm sorry, this is my family. This is where I draw the line.
Yes, I went in there and watched Patrick do pretty good for himself for just a father who loves and cares about his kids, trying to get some kind of a contact there with them. And I admire him for that. Well, I had written a letter to Mrs. Gulliver asking her to check this out for herself and to find out what was going on with the kids. When you're a dad and you're sitting there and for 11 months you don't have any contact with your children, a normal parent would become concerned about that and start wondering what was going on. And it's understandable that you might want to send the police over there to have them check the children out, since you can't even get them on the phone. And Patrick hasn't been able to talk to his children on the phone, and he hasn't been able to connect with them in any visitations, because those have been completely frustrated. And so then the minute that he does have the police go over there and check on them, the next thing he's accused of being harassing and making false accusations, that kind of stuff. So that's nonsense. And any reasonable parent would have wanted somebody to go over there and check on the kids.
These guys think they have perfected the shell game. They will run people ragged. They will destroy credibility. They will humiliate. And they think that there's no recourse and no reprisal. Precisely the point. It's precisely the point. He said that phrase, bearing false witness, serious allegations, over and over and over again. What's the guy's name? And forgive me, the lawyer from Fremont.
Philip Buckwalter.
Philip Buckwalter. Over and over and over and over and over again, and there was not one iota of specifics. Mr. Lancelin has had the deck stacked against him since the very beginning. They have never listened to a word that the guy has said. I think what he has done and his persistence in and of itself is so honorable and admirable. And to see this brick wall, and these people simply do not like to be effectively challenged on any basis, to see this brick wall, to see them manipulate the truth in the name of their own petty, vicious perpetuation of power, self-interest, frankly disgusts me. This is law, right? And we sat out here as we watched Lee Gulliver and this guy walk off together. Now, who's kidding who here? You know, what kind of a game is being played behind, outside of the court, that manipulates the process within the court? At least half an hour, and they walked into the court together. They walked out. They walked away together as people started to fill the courtroom when the procedures began on the docket, and at least half an hour that they were together. And one can surmise, I think, and common sense-wise, that they were developing a game plan. And hey, this is underhanded manipulation of the legal process, which is supposed to be that we decide to do things above board and with honor and integrity. About bearing false witness and serious allegations without substantiating them, what kind of wickedness are we going to tolerate? And hey, this is about human beings. I think what we lose context of here is we're not talking about case numbers. We're talking about human beings, people, families, children, human beings, and not somebody's career because they have a contract with the county of Santa Cruz.
Philip Buckwalter was the man that Judge Kelsey said was the worst attorney he'd seen in 17 years on the bench.